Okay, so here's a brief preview of all the components I'm going to use. I've got a project box here. I got two 12-volt Milwaukee battery adapters. Shunt that goes to the 12-volt amp meter. I got two push buttons and a DC distribution block. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this all together. Oh, I got this selection here. This is going to be my voltage readout. It's got a 12-volt plug in it and an on and off switch. I'm going to use all this stuff, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a bench testing station, selectable between 12 and 24 volts, so I can easily switch between car components and industrial components. Getting a little tired of wiring these up each time I want to do a test, so I'm going to try to make a nice little project box where I just plug in and test various components as I need to. And we'll see what that looks like here in a second. Okay, so this is my build. This is what I ended up with. I've got my two Milwaukee M12 batteries. This is a troubleshooting box, selectable between 12 and 24 volts. That's my voltmeter. This is my ammeter. This is my isolation switch for my distribution block that has 6 channels up top, 6 channels on the bottom. This right here is to tie another block into series if I wanted to. It's got the standoffs down there, so this will isolate the power on and off to that. These isolation switches, both of these have normally open and a normally closed contact. The normally closed contacts tie these batteries into parallel for my 11.9. I've been testing these batteries in this junction box here for a while. So the voltage is a little low, but you can see it's 11.9 right now. And if I depress both of the switches, the normally open contacts, they close and tie the batteries into series and then give me 24 volts. And then I can just simply select back to 12 volts as I want. This is a automotive 12-volt outlet. This does change to 24 volts, and I just have a pigtail that comes out of that, and I can tie that into whatever I want. My limitation here is 10 amps. My limitation out of this is 20 amps, so I should be able to test pretty much anything I would want to tie it into this. I did end up taking the power source for my amp meter out of this main circuit. I was getting some errant readings, so I made a plug, and I just simply plug in this adapter when I want that, and I get my current reading. So I just wanted it to be accurate. It's the whole kind of the whole concept of building this box is to be able to take accurate measurements and readings. I also have a USB outlet in here. So when I want to use a USB device, as long as this is in 12 volts, I can plug, I've got a USB powered fan right here. I can plug that in and have my 5 volts from my USB to whatever it is that I want to plug into that as well. Just a nice, simple, I'll show you guys the selectable range down here. On voltage, volts DC. Go down here. Turn on my power switch. Like using chopsticks. 11.9, 11.89. And then I will turn on the isolation switches. 23.9, 23.78. So I think this is going to do me well for the things that I need to hook up, test, and calibrate, set, whatever I need to do. There's plenty of times that I just used to pull these battery adapters out and wire these up to all sorts of different things, but now I can just simply use the push to connects on this distribution block, push them in and slide my wires in there. It'd be a lot quicker. Slap my batteries in and go. But that's it. That's the build. Thanks for watching.